It is being reported that Everton are now facing a battle to convince Marcelo Bielsa, of all people, to replace Lampard. Apparently the Argentinian has a number of reservations over taking the job. Should he be in the box seat in the first place?
No. Not in a million years. Not in a million years. Respect everything he did at Leeds from the moment he went in, the journey he went on. But what I saw at the end of his tenure at Leeds was a team in disarray all over the place. You know, and if he goes to Everton and tries to implement that style of football in a relegation fight, they're down. They don't have the personnel to play like that anyway. The man-to-man type of style and pressing all over the place. No.
He sent a rocket up a few of them, though, wouldn't he?
Well, and that does what?
He put the D in discipline, didn't he? So they'd all start to have to really sing.
You've got to be careful
supper
with that because it's a bit of a myth that a manager can come in and become a tyrant overnight and the players go on board with it. Because what you can find quite quickly is they go the other way. Especially if he's only in on a temporary basis and he starts making them train 2 times a day and cleaning toilets.
How much further from the other way can they go already?
I was going to say,
already bleeding
they're
useless.
fine for their livelihoods.
Yeah, but they're not trying. It's not a lack of fitness. Everton aren't in a position they're in because of lack of fitness. Absolutely no chance.
So why are they in the position they're in?
A lack of quality. And poor tactics.
Fitness and application are 2 different things, aren't they? Fitness and the willing to go the extra mile. No one's suggesting they're not fit. That age-old nugget that comes out of everyone's mouth when they walk through the door or got them fitter is a load of old rubbish, right? The bottom line is about application, about what they're prepared to do. What they're prepared to do to win a football match, how far they're prepared to go, what they're prepared to commit to a football match to be able to carry that shirt.
I've not seen a non-committed Everton side.
I don't know about that. I think they do lack application.
I mean, Bielsa would go to crazy measures, crazy limits to win a game. Crazy.
What do you mean? We can only do so much as the manager.
Yeah, but Danny, we heard so much when he was at Leeds. All sorts of different procedures he was introducing.
Yeah, but
the discipline was incredible. If he didn't get it right in the training ground, they did it again and again and again.
He took time to implement it. It takes time. Can't do it.
You don't have time, Everton.
That's exactly my point.
And that's why you're saying he's not the right man for the job.
Yeah, exactly my point. Now, if you've got a longer project and you think, you know what, doesn't matter what happens. If we go down, we'll trust you to get. We need this place changed. You know, you become the master.
Yeah, you build. Yeah.
You build.
Yeah.
That's not what they need. They need to stay in the division.
When you were owner of a club, Simon, when you were at the top of the house at Palace, did you ever have a situation where you had to convince someone take the job? Would you?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I'm surprised.
Neil Warnock. Because I wanted Neil Warnock. Depends what situation you find yourself in.
Yeah, it's true.
If you fire a manager and you get a raft of applications and you interview applications, then you're in a box seat because they're coming to you.
So he had reservations?
Yeah, because he'd
What
just
about
been...
you?
He had reservations about wanting to stay in football, and maybe about me, I don't know. But no, I don't think about me because we know one another for years before, and I'd spoken to him before about coming to the job, and he wanted to finish a job at Sheffield United. That job was finished. Sheffield United had fired him. And so he was in a situation where he didn't know whether he wanted to come to London because he's a northerner, and he didn't know whether he wanted to stay managing in football. Now, we heard that 15,000 times because Neil's gone and got more jobs than anyone. But yes, but as a standard form, no, I hate that sentiment. I hate the sentiment where the employer is is behind the cart justifying to the potential employee.
That's the point.
Just on the Everton thing quickly, who do you think, Si, is actually giving Mashiri advice on which manager to choose? Or do you think it changes from year to year?
Keir Jaraption.
Do you? Does Keir look after Bielsa?
I think Keir Jaraption would probably deny that.
Sure he would.
That he's as close to Mashiri as
Well, he might, but
you're
he's
making
not
out
here
to
to
be.
defend himself. But if whoever is putting Bielsa in Mashiri's head, whoever is doesn't understand football.
Or whoever put Benitez in
Doesn't
Mashiri's
understand
head
Liverpool.
football.
Doesn't understand
football. Doesn't understand English football. Because every man and his dog looked at that and went, wowzers, that goes 1 degree off at its axis, and you're going to have a raft of problems there. And so it subsequently transpired. Everyone looked at it and went, Frank Lampard, not going to have a toolkit like Frank, really good lad, potentially could be a manager in the future, but not this job. Most people said that. Most sensible people said that. Most people that I've spoken in administrative roles in football looked at it and went, ooh, no, not about that. And so it proves.
So, Danny, come on then. The talking goes on probably as we speak just now. He's probably with Bielsa. So who's better than Bielsa? Who's your number one?
Who's more
number
suitable?
One? Yeah.
I'd go Dyche, 100%. He knows the Premier League, knows the Championship. Could be either after this season. He's well liked.
But you said there's a lack of quality amongst the players. So what can Sean Dyche do?
Well, you can add structure, a tactical plan.
He's got players that he knows as well. Dwight McNeil's one of his players. Tarkowski's one of his players. So 20% of his team is already in situ.
And he'll play percentages. He's got big, broad shoulders. He can take it, whatever comes his way. I think he fits the bill right now for Everton perfectly.
He's a sensible choice. The problem for Sean Dyche is if they really want to start talking about 6-month contracts and nonsense like that, you're not going to get Dyche to go in the door, are you? I'm not sure Dyche would want to go there. There are other jobs that are going to come up. I think Leeds' job will come up sooner rather than later. There are bigger jobs for Sean Dyche than necessarily the shambles that is Everton. I know I've just argued that Everton are a bigger club, but unless they get themselves sorted out in the right direction and Mashiri starts stepping back and making decisions that are sensible. And Bielsa, me and Danny are absolutely aligned. I said pretty much the same thing as you yesterday. We would have taken Leeds down. Yep. He would have so what is the credentials for going into Everton? Well, because he can put some discipline into play.
They'll go down.
Whether his reservations or not, they're talking
with him.
You say if Bielsa gets a gig, the
way he plays, unless he's had a massive philosophy change over the last since he's left Leeds, which I don't think he has. If he comes in and tries to play that way with Everton, they're down.
Jim White and Simon Jordan. Monday to Friday mornings from 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.